In the headlines, abducted Methodist prelate, 2 others regain freedom. Court grants 500 million naira bail to Rochas Okorocha. Day building market reopens. Away from Nigeria, Category 2 storm makes landfall in Puerto. Angel. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I am Ayuba Ilya. Thank you for joining. And now the details. The prelate of Methodist Church, Nigeria, Reverend Samuel KANU, has regained freedom from his abductors. The prelate was released with 2 others seized with him 24 hours after the abduction. Reports say that the Methodist prelate is in Owerri, the Imo State capital, with the Bishop of Owerri Diocese, who was kidnapped with him and his chaplain. The abductors had demanded 100 million naira ransom for their release, but it is unclear if the church paid the ransom or not for them to regain freedom. Police operatives in the Zamfara state have arrested a suspect for culpable homicide and being in possession of human part. Zamfara Police Command spokesman Muhammad Shehu said in a statement that the suspect was arrested by the joint police and military operatives on anti-banditry operation along Daurang-Zurmi axis. The statement further said that preliminary investigation revealed that the suspect is among the members of the outlawed group Ensake, who have been terrorizing members of the Daurang community through jungle justice, leading to reprisal attacks by terrorists against the innocent members of the public. And on political matters, the ruling All Progressives Congress on Monday screened 12 of the 23 aspirants seeking its presidential tickets to compete with other candidates of other political parties in 2023. They appeared before the screening committee at the Transcorp Hilton Hotel in Abuja. Those who faced the screening panel on Monday included the national leader of the APC and former governor of Lagos State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Ebonyi State Governor David Umahi, and Jigawa State Governor Badaru Abubakar.
Involving the Chinese market, But what we ask them to do then is to separate the market from citizens, because they don't issue the C of O to citizens, which is not right. Yes. And that is where any crack in the financial system that affects a whole change of today, again, I mentioned long-term money for long-term projects. Why are we not the ones selling gas that we are flaring in Ukraine?
So Europe.
I think against this with the president. I am not obliged to really discuss this private discussion with the president. And a moment of all this thing.
Meanwhile, the extension of the deadline for political parties to conduct their primary elections by the Independent National Electoral Commission to 9th of June has continued to generate reactions from political parties and civil society organizations. Some political parties and civil society groups in Kaduna who said that the shift will give them room to prepare more, however, fault INEC on the decision. The report. Prominent lieutenants of President Muhammadu Buhari have contested and lost the recently concluded governorship and National Assembly primary elections conducted by the ruling All Progressives Congress across the country. It may be an indication of the president's personal political beliefs, which hindered him from manipulating the political process to favor his associates. Kehinde Amodu looks at the political actors who could not leverage on their leadership with the president to win at the primaries in the states.
There is some unrest in the Buhari political circle. Those that were seen to have filial relations with the president have found themselves falling far short of the mark at the recently concluded APC governorship and National Assembly primaries. Fatuhu Muhammad, his nephew, Turad Sani Shaban, his son-in-law, and Sani Shaban, former member of the House of Representatives, and the president's in-law all lost out at the primaries. Even some of his very visible aides did not fare better. Bashir Ahmad, personal assistant to the president on new media, Ahmad Rufai Zakari, special advisor to the president on infrastructure, and Ismail Buba Ahmed, Buhari's SSA on social investments, all crashed at the primaries. Close associates, all their children, were also caught up in the decimation. Farouk Adamu Aliu, a key ally of Buhari since the ANPP days, and Folajimi, son of Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed, also fell short when it mattered most. Observers say President Buhari does not manipulate the system and obviously did not put in a word for them. It might mean that the actors may not have had as much influence on the president as Nigerians were made to believe. But there is another school that hints that the failures of members of the president's political clan may be as a result of many Nigerians suffering from Buhari fatigue. It could mean that unlike 2015 and 2019, when many political players were swept into office because of the president's towering image, aligning with him this time around may be a political risk. The word on the streets is that Nigerians are now wiser. Kehinde Amodu, Trust TV News, Abuja.
A federal high court in Abuja has granted the former governor of Imo State, Rochas Okorocha, 500 million naira bail. Okorocha, who pleaded not guilty to a 2.9 billion naira fraud charge filed against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, was arraigned by EFCC in January, filed a 17-count charge against the former governor over allegations of stealing 2.9 billion naira public funds while in office. Traders at the timber shed of the popular Day building materials market and its adjoining markets in the Abuja Municipal Area Council that were shut following crisis which erupted at the market on 18th of May 2022 have resumed business activities. This follows the reopening of the market by the FCT Minister Muhammad Musa Bello on Friday, 27th of May 2022, some 9 days after the clash between motorcycle riders and traders which left goods worth millions damaged and lives lost. Trust TV's Aisha Salihu visited the market on a busy Monday and files in this report.
This is the timber shade access of the popular Day International Market, a market that was ravaged by fire incident just a couple of days ago, where due to the clash between the Okada riders and the traders in this market. Although the FCTA shut down this market just so peace and sanity can be restored.
This market, once filled with warehouses with varieties of timber products, is gradually returning to how it used to be following the restoration of normalcy after the motorcycle riders and traders clash. Chibuzo Ekesi, chairman of the Timber Traders Association of the market, says although losses have been recorded, they are nevertheless thankful for the reopening of the market.
As so far, the estimates we have collected, some are still bringing, it's over 1 billion. As at the last we calculated, we've gotten about 1.5 billion, and some other people are still bringing their own this morning. The minister has opened the market, the people are happy, and they have resumed their normal businesses. And as you can see, the market is lively. The business is booming.
Duru Amadike, the chief security officer of the market and one of the victims of the clash, is gradually settling in. He has been forced to rebuild while recounting his losses.
Well, it's one of those things I can't tell a man. I cannot ask God why. It has happened. By grace of God, we will survive it. We have no cash at hand, but we are trying to manage the little we have at hand to know whether we can also I appreciate again.
Officials at the market said they had put in safety measures to arrest possible incidents and other security breaches and called on the FCT minister to assist in that regard.
We need external assistance in the security. The government should help us provide more.
He urged all to be law-abiding for a peaceful and successful conduct of business moving forward.
Repairs and reconstruction are ongoing in the market, and businesses, according to some of the traders here, are gradually picking up, although the officials of the market are in talks with the authority to ensure that there is proper security and other measures implemented to avert a similar incident occurring in future time. Aisha Salihu, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Tragedy struck residents of Kofarweka by Masallachin Karmawi Road when a 4-year-old girl drowned inside a well. This is contained in a statement issued by the Public Relations Officer of Kano State Fire Service, Alhaji Saminu Abdullahi, in Kano. He said the incident occurred on Monday afternoon. He added that the little girl who was brought out of the well unconscious was later confirmed dead. Abdullahi said the little girl's corpse has been handed over to the ward head of Kofarweka, Ismaila Yusuf, and said that the incident was being investigated. You're watching the news update on Trust Television. Coming up after the break. Physically challenged person takes shoemaking business to another level. Details and more after the break. Join us again.
Daily, we bring you updates around politics.
People like you who are very young, you have no future. Anybody now who is 30 years, if what is happening today continues, by the time you are 60, you will have no country.
The DPO of a particular unit does not have to wait until the commissioner tells him what to do within his jurisdiction.
We have political parties on the ground. Some of them have been there for years. But they themselves, in their own sober moments, they know that this country is not the one they're expecting to run.
Policy and governance.
Are you saying the NBS is lying?
I'm saying to you very clearly that the NBS has a serious problem with accurate data till today.
The 5th Assembly, as well as the 7th Assembly, their own attempt were unproductive.
Emergence of the Taliban has simply emboldened terror groups globally.
There is a lot of attention with regards to security developments in Nigeria.
On Daily Politics, we interrogate issues, holding the actors to account, bearing in mind all the sides.
We heard that in some places now, people have to go and pay tax, not to the local government, not to the state, but to criminals.
Nobody can come to your house and kidnap you without information.
If this country is bleeding, it is bleeding because we have failed to educate our young.
Welcome back. This is the news update on Trust Television. Here is a reminder of our top stories again. Abducted Methodist Prelate, 2 others regain freedom. Court grants 500 million naira bail to Rochas Okorocha. Women and teenage girls in Jos, the Plateau State capital, have been sensitized on the need to adopt the best hygiene measure during their menstruation. The sensitization was part of an event which took place at the Yunus Foundation School, Jos, with female parents and schoolgirls from different communities of the Jos City Center as participants. The report.
A representative of the organizers, Aishat Abdul Hamid, said the program was to draw the attention of the female parents to their responsibility of educating their female children the best way to manage their first-time menstrual experience.
Basically, this program is about enlightening the young girls and women around the globe on how to maintain their menstrual activities.
Amina Ishaq Ibrahim, a facilitator at the event, lamented almost zero availability of menstrual education in northern Nigeria, especially among Hausa parents, and called for attitudinal change.
One of my biggest takeaways would be the fact that we're able to educate young girls on how to take care of themselves during the period. I think in the northern society, this is one of the things that we do not discuss even within the home setting. So creating a safe space for young girls to actually discuss this within themselves and with other people who are more enlightened than them is quite amazing, honestly.
Some of the participants appreciated the foundation for the program, saying the lesson they have learned will help them better manage challenges that comes with their cycles.
Orientation about personal hygiene for menstruation, like how we are going to help ourselves for everything that's come over to us that we didn't know anything about it. We want to see how we can take care of ourselves when we are menstruation, and that is important for us.
The Federal Capital Territory Administration on Monday in Abuja demolished scavengers camp and illegal markets at Lugbe on Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport Road. The Senior Special Assistant on Monitoring, Inspection and Enforcement to the FCT Minister, Ikaro Atta, who led the exercise, said that the activities of scavengers and illegal markets constitute nuisance to the area. He explained that Lugbe Federal Housing Authority Estate Junction, Phase 1 and 2, Lugbe by Bergau Yard, are very sensitive areas that need to meet up with the best standards. Atta, who said that illegal acts will not be allowed to continue in the areas, noted that the FCT Minister, Mohammed Bello, after inspecting the area with the task force team, directed the team to ensure that sanity was maintained in the area. Atta said that many of the demolished illegal shanties were suspected criminal hideouts where hoodlums smoke marijuana and other illicit drugs freely. A physically challenged man in Yola, the Adamawa state capital, Ibrahim Idris, has taken to shoe and bag making in an effort to take himself off street begging. Ibrahim Idris is also optimistic that with the necessary support from appropriate quarters, many in similar condition will quit street begging and engage in profitable ventures. Salis Lawan put this report together.
He was a street beggar, but for more than 7 years, he has not been seen on the street, waiting for handouts from people. Instead, he has become the breadwinner of his family. Ibrahim Idris is now a shoemaker, a business that, according to him, transformed his life. Despite transforming his life, Ibrahim Idris was quick to point out some challenges affecting the business.
Sana'a ce da muka dogara da shi, sana'a ce.
I learned this business 10 years ago. The shoemaking. In it alone, I feed my family and as well meet up their daily needs.
Na rike kaina na koya ma wasu mutane da dama aiki a ciki. So da yawa wasu mu a cikin al'ummar mu ba sa son.
Most time, our people here are not patronizing our products, and this has remained our challenge.
Da baya sa takalmi a ce yayi takalmi da mai kafa zai sa. Ya aka yi san haka? To wannan challenges din da yawa mukan samu.
Idris insists that their product, if supported with modern machinery, can compete with others elsewhere. He further explained the process and various stages in the shoemaking before dispatching the product to the market.
You see, for example, like this shoe, we only buy sole which we call foreign sole. And after the production, we sell it at lower cost of 4,000 to 5,000 naira. But some customers prefer to buy it in show glass at the rate of 10,000 naira.
With the recent commitment of government at different levels to take beggars off the street, Ibrahim Idris believes if government trains persons living with disability on different skills, they will contribute positively to the economic life of their immediate families and the nation at large.
As the saying goes, youths are the leaders of tomorrow. Training this kind of business help you realize their potentials. Hence, I am reiterating my call on the government to channel her attention on skills acquisitions training, especially to the disabled youths and women.
The engagement of persons living with disability in various skills will be of high benefit to the community, especially in the areas of security and drug abuse. From Yola, Salis Lawan, Trust TV News.
And away from Nigeria, the U.S. National Hurricane Center says Agatha, the first hurricane to form in the eastern Pacific this year, made landfall just west to the Mexican resort town of Puerto and is expected to dump torrential rains as it moves deeper on land. Category 2 Agatha was moving northeast at 13 kilometers per hour with maximum sustained winds of 165 kilometers per hour. On Monday, authorities set up 200 shelters along the coastal region of Oaxaca with a capacity to house 26,000 people. The hurricane alert extended about 350 kilometers from the coast of the Salina cruise port to Loganas de Chanchucha. And now in sports news, action continues in the ongoing Handball Premier League at Indoor Sport Hall of MKO Abiola Stadium, where male and female teams are competing in the first phase of Handball League. Trust TV's Adeni Ajishafe has more.
Match day 8 handball game between former champions Niger United and Toje Marine of Lagos ended in 29-23 in favor of Niger State handball team, Niger United, who showed experience against the young side of Toje Marine. The first half saw the two teams showing flashes of point score as they spike off in the keenly contested game, where the two goalkeepers, Mukaila Fuad of Toje Marine and Abbas Mohamed of Niger United, blocked most of the chances. Niger United coach Yekini Adebayo says experience really counts for his team against young and energetic side of Toje Marine.
It's only experience that my team be able to contain them and subdue them. That is it. It was experience. Experience. You can see their match yesterday against Sokoto, because Sokoto boys too, they are young, they are fit, so they've exhausted most of their fitness, their energy yesterday. And today I was impressed. They still came out very strong, but the experience now counts. I have to contain them. My own players need to play to instruction, they play to the bench, and that was what gave the results.
While Toje Marine coach Bright Agubata could not really explain what went wrong with his youthful team, despite giving Niger United a good run in the game, as he also mentioned fatigue as another disadvantage to his team performance.
I don't know what really happened, because my team, my boys, they had a lot of turnovers. Like in the second half, we had up to 9 meters, 9 penalties they made. So I don't really know why it should be like that. So there are players that are growing up. But when you're playing a big team like this, you know, if you're doing your own strategies, there will be countering.
Prudence Energy Handball League Phase 1 continues as male and female teams fight for points in the competition. That's Sport News. I am Adeni Ajishafe.
And that wraps up the news update. You can watch more by clicking the subscribe button on our YouTube channel and also follow us across all social media platforms. I am Ayuba Ilya. Thank you for watching.